Ta-da! So much. How do you do? Sorry, I had a little trouble with my camera. Anyways, wow. So I have a beer that's going to make you... I have the Busch Signature Series Copper Lager. Now, why did I buy this? Well, why not, right? Curiosity, right? Curiosity, I just want to try it. It was $5.79. 6-pack of pint cans. So you're looking at a buck a pint. I figured, what the hell, I'll give her a whirl. And I actually did a video specifically for this beer already. So I did want to do it again because, well, I want to talk about more than just the beer. I want to give it a treatment here. Maybe I'm going to pour it in my Imperial pint glass and see if it enhances the experience any. I poured it the first time using a Pilsner glass. Now let's pour it into a pint and see what we get. And again, I want to talk about more than just the beer specifically. Sometimes I do that. I go on to topics. This is 5.7%. And I was going to ramble on a tad while I work on this interesting beer about beer reviewers in general, or not necessarily beer reviewers, but the craft beer world in general. There's some nice caramel on the nose. It is rather muted. It's not big and in-your-face aroma, but there is some there. Flavor's not horrible either. I just wish if there was just a little more hop on the back end to give it to crisp up the finish a little bit. The finish is a little lazy. If it was just hop just a tad more, it really could be something special. As it isn't terrible. It is somewhat likable in a certain way. I've had people say to me, "You seem to like everything." So, well, I'm not really a beer reviewer. I am a beer enthusiast. And the difference being, I'm going to say most. I'm going to use the word most because I know there's a couple exceptions out there. But most beer reviewers, when they pop a beer, they're looking for something to be wrong with it. They're taking off points. They're taking off, they're shaving off points for the grade, for their final grade. So they're looking for something to be wrong the second they pop it and start pouring. I'm an enthusiast. As soon as the second I pop a beer, I'm looking for it to be wonderful. I'm coming at it from a whole different angle. I'm not looking for flaws necessarily. I'm looking for it to make me feel good. Which is why I don't go into as much beer geek speak about, I don't do the whole formulaic, color, appearance, nose, taste, mouthfeel. I don't do that on mine. I kind of do most of those things, but not necessarily in order. It's more, it's just more of a winging it kind of thing. I pop the beer and I tell you how it makes me feel. I'm more about how it makes me feel than actual specific flavors and aromas, but I will mention those things from time to time. Now, many, not all, but many, really don't have a set, a set criteria. I was watching a video the other day of someone who poured a beer, which I personally like a lot. He poured it and he looked at the color and he says, "Oh, I'll give the color a 3. Well, I personally love the beer. I think the color's beautiful, but if he only thinks it's a 3, I'd like to know why he took 2 points off. You know what I mean? Well, why did it lose 2 points? It looks beautiful to me. I thought the beer was great, but he took 2 points off that beer, and it seemed very arbitrary. Oh, he just gave it a glance. Oh, I'll say it's a 3. You got if you're going to grade these things, you really ought to have some kind of accuracy about it. Then he smelled it and he says, "Oh, I'll give the aroma a 2.5." Okay, tell me why you took off 2.5 points. You know what I mean? Show me how it lost each quarter point or each half point, or how you are grading it. It just doesn't make sense. A beer like this, beer snobs are going to slam, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not a beer I'm going to buy more than once. But I did invest $6 in it one time just to see what it would be. I don't know if I'll drink all 6 even, but I'm not going to drain pour it either. I may use it to soak wood. I may use it as a marinade. Because it would be a nice marinade for something. But it's not a horrible beer. It may be one of those late in the evening beers for me, or, one of those hot day, just walked in the door, let's have something quick beers. Who knows, So anyways, there you go. So I'm Tony the Beer Whisperer, having a Busch Signature Series Copper Lager. You should judge for yourself before you condemn something. That's all I'm saying.